Holy shit, alright! Welcome back to more Curse of the Azure Bonds! You see three cultists lying dead on the floor. Just ahead of you, another cleric gasps for breath. The wounded cleric's eyes widen in a fanatic triumph. He howls, "The Chosen Ones!" The cleric slams his fist against a protruding rock. The ceiling behind you collapses. You are trapped in the pit of Moander. The cleric gives one last triumphant glare, coughs blood, and dies at your feet. You hear the sounds of battle in the distance. There is a vague smell of baked bread. It is possibly a yeast infection from the cleric. Alright, so here we are, and let's go. A body of a dead cultist lies in the pool of fresh blood. The sound of battle seems to come from the door to the south. Again, that vague smell of bread. Who forgot to douche? Alright, one thing we need to do is we're going to be fighting some those braces probably don't do shit unless you're a mage. Let's see if we can figure out what they are. Let's trade them to Kyrul. Oh my god, blowing up my fucking phone. Alright. Who did I give that wand to? I think I gave it to Lilith. Lilliput. Lilliput steps, yeah. We're going to actually give that to Kyrul as well, because he's got the dagger in one hand. And we're going to take that off of him. So he's at 0. And that'll put him at 6. Okay, armor class 4. Gotcha. Alright, so those are more braces of armor class 4. So they'll sell. Well, they will sell. Not that we need money. Let's go ahead and save. Some shambling mounds are attempting to push you back into the corridor. What do you do? Well, we beat the shit out of them. Let's see, use the wand. Guess we need to get closer. Let's try this again. Really couldn't tell you how long the wand is going to last, but it's going to help. I think we'll save it, because the rest of this battle should be fairly easy. Damn, I mean, they'll do some fucking damage. Make no mistake, they'll do some damage. Oh, the fix command makes everything so much better. Moander, fanatics, attack! Are these fucking clerics, or... Just not sure. Let's cast some hold person on them. We'll go for the back three. I doubt they're very strong. They only have an armor class of 3, so they're gonna get butt fucked. Okay, they are clerics. Confirmed. Let's kill that bitch. Not interested in any of the spoils. I'll try to rest one more time here. Alright, we should be good as far as magic. And I'll be switching between the map and everything. You come upon some Vegapygmies. They start to back away, pointing to the door behind you. What do? The monsters flee like little bitches. I'm fucking lost already. A bleeding cleric crawls out of the door to the north. As he turns and sees you, his face deforms into a rictus grin. The cleric says, "Moander, be praised. The sacrifice can continue." He dies like a little bitch. His features continue to grin in a horrid triumph. You hear the ringing of weapons to the north. A pile of clerics, shambling mounds and Vegapygmies can be seen through the door to the west. As you watch, a cleric comes crashing through the door and dies at your feet like a little bitch. The baked bread smell is overpowered. A sudden deathly quiet descends over the environs. And look who it is! You see a female fighter and a strange-looking lizard man. The sharp scent of violent brimstone and honeysuckle follow rapidly upon each other. That's my fart. The female fighter gasps, "They are bonded." What do? Well, do we want to attack Alice and Drakenbait from the Azure Ponds novel? I don't fucking think so. They're cool. Let's parlay with them. The fighter introduces herself as Elias. Can I call her Alice? Without y'all getting fucking all bitchy and whiny? Elias. Elias. I think Elias is right. And her companion Dragonbait got that one first try. She mentions that she had tattoos similar to yours. She asks you to tell your story. Okay, well, I'll tell her the story. She tells you her story. And you note this in Journal Entry 3. "I'm afraid I know all too well what those bonds signify. I was bonded once as well. The story began when a master harper wanted to make sure that his work would be preserved in pristine form. He was revolted at the thought of his stories being corrupted and changed over time." Whoa, it's a bit of a story. As all performing arts eventually are. He attempted an experiment to create a kind of flesh golem, a simulacrum of a human being that would be a mortal vessel for all of his work. In this way, he hoped he could cheat the effect of time. Unfortunately, the Master Bard made a mistake during the creation of the vessel. and one of his assistants was killed. When the Conclave of Harpers found out about the experiment and the reasons behind it, they were appalled. The Conclave stripped the Master Bard's of powers, his magical objects, and his name. They wiped his songs and stories from the collective memories of the entire realm. It was as if he had never existed. Then they trapped him in a pocket dimension and left him there. The Conclave thought the now nameless Bard was effectively banished. However, a powerful group of magicians and monsters recreated some of the Nameless Bard's experiment. They tracked the Nameless One to his dimensional prison and offered to help him build his vessel. In exchange, the group would have hand and find the vessel's instructions, the Nameless Bard's obsession with his work, blinding him to the intent of the group. He agreed to build another vessel. I was the result of their efforts. In order to bring me to true life, they needed a sacrifice, a being of truth and goodness. The demon Phallus kidnapped my companion, Dragonbait, from another dimension. Dragonbait is a Saurian. He is the otherworldly equivalent of a paladin. Alright, so for those of you who have read the Azure Bonds novel, this is the main two protagonists, Elias and Dragonbait. It's very cool to actually see them in the actual game. And fuck yeah, we want them to join us. There they are. Boom shakalaka. Elias says sardonically, "There's also the matter of the treasure that Mogayan, the High Priestess, keeps behind her altar." Alright, so let's check out our new companions here. She's all 17s in PC. 100 arrows, longsword, shield, I don't know if we can actually help them out. But anyways, Elias is a female. She's age 6. Okay. That's odd. She's level 6. I think her age is more like 26. Neutral good fighter. 48 hit points. Dragonbait. Oh, he's 22. Wow, that's nice. Pedophile. Two-handed sword and plate mail. So yeah, not that charismatic. And I don't know if we really have anything that can help them. The other problem is even if we did, are we able to equip other characters? That's our intelligence one, bracers. I can't remember what the pale blue one does. Anyways, we'll try our best to keep him alive. No promises. Alright, we need to head to the second part of, how the fuck? Hey. Alright, yeah, we need to get to the lower levels at this point. So, the lower levels are in the, southeastern part of the level. Elias mutters, "I can't believe they're bringing back that rotting heap of garbage. Who could worship a god like that?" There's giant slugs down here. The problem with the giant slugs is they can do 60 points of damage with acidic attacks. It's honestly best to just avoid the fight. A slight tang of lemon in the air, Elias says. Dragonbait smells fresh air. There must be a way out around here. You smell brimstone. Elias looks at Dragonbait for a moment. She nods. She says, "I don't like this either. This place was crawling with monsters before you guys showed up." We're going to take the stairs leading down. They lead us out to here. You see the mangled remains of a dead Centurion fighter. What do you do? Grasping the fighter's fist is an official-looking scroll with the seal of Zintil. You record it in contents. And journal entry 46. Most respected Malgayan of Moander, the Red Wizard Dracandros has provided a magical sending to me, alerting me that you are planning to exterminate the subjects of our little test. While I realize that you among the survivors are not the only banished god with an earlier alliance, I must protest strongly your intention to eradicate all subjects before they are fully tested. If you carry out this mad plot and slay our pigeons, then Dracandros, myself, and Lord T will all be forced to hunt you down and slay both of you, and anything you choose to bring into this plane. Do not doubt that we can do so. Remember that I represent a more active power that is still at work in this part of the realms. It will take poorly to your hostile actions. Once the subjects have been fully tested, then we may slay them. One more thing. I performed the request research for you, and you're wrong. It is the only gauntlets, not the appearance of Moander himself, which can devour the pool of radiance. This further weakens your argument to bring old Moldy back onto this plane. Yours in darkness, Lord Zhao, Shembrel of Bane, Zentil Keep. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunities to fight shambling mounds and Vega pygmies around here. Elias grabs Embadou's hand. Where did you get this tattoo? So the Dark Elf has taken the name of the organization I supposedly belong to. That's something I'll have to investigate. Basically, just head straight down this hallway. You see a large group of cultists feeding a peasant to a giant slug. Elias blanches. The smell of baked bread permeates in the air. We're attacking. Fuck it. Alright, first of all, take the fucking slug out. Take it out. That sucks when you miss. Yes! The slug is dead! Little fucking dragon bait icon is cool as shit. Elias has got the cool icon as well. I don't care. Gotta make sure we save after every battle here, because it's not that hard to perish. Elias says this is it, the entrance to the altar of Mogayan. You smell violets. It's very interesting that we smell violets. You see a priestess turn and smile wickedly. She stands before you on an altar. You're surrounded by cultists chanting in a low drone. Elias mutters, "That's the priestess of Moander." She turns her head and spits on the ground. Mogayan says, "I am so glad you arrived. It is so hard to do anything constructive without the proper tools. Don't you agree?" What do? I think I'll kick her right in her puss. Fuck it. Attack! Before you can act, a blue flash comes from the sigils on your arm and surrounds you. You find that you cannot move. Tendrils come up from the floor and wrap themselves around Elias and Dragonbait. Mogayan turns to the altar. The volume of chanting rises to a crescendo. The blue light that surrounds you starts to stream toward Mogayan. Energy drawn from the bonds form a dimensional window above the altar. Mogayan shrieks, "Moander returns!" You see a disgusting mass of slime, mold, and refuse start to ooze from the dimensional rift. As the energy in the dimensional rift increases, you feel the sigil of Moander begin to burn. As the opening widens, you notice the bond of Moander begin to fade. The sigil disappears. The paralysis that gripped you is now gone. Elias and Dragonbait have hacked their way free. She hisses, "Attack them now, unless you wish to fight a god." Oh wait, Elias says, "Attack them now, unless you wish to fight a god." Alright, let's attack now. Yay! Let's kill bitches! Alright, what are we up against here? Nothing! Oh, shit. Alright, there's Mogayan. She's a bitch, by the way. Alright, so really we need to get up there as quick as we can. I like that fireball. Where did fucking Mogayan go? That bitch run away? Ugh. Oh, what a puss. Alright, wanted defoliation time. I'm just trying to keep Fidget alive as much as I can. Fuck you, bitch. Eat that. You're dead. Alright, she's pretty much out of fucking... I'm gonna get one more spell off. I'm gonna use our wand again. God damn it, I meant to hit the other one. Bust that wand out. Bust it wide open. Nothing's really going to help there. You can just sit tight. As you can see, the wand lasts for a while. I think it's time to end this shit. Good night, sweetheart. All right. Mace and a cloak. Alright, the rest of that I think is no good. The dimensional rift snaps shut. The 3 pseudopods of Moander that hadn't made it across suddenly sprout hundreds of mouths, all screaming, "You have killed me!" The oozing mounds turns and attack you. Alright, these are basically... Holy shit. Some strong motherfuckers is what they basically are. We need to keep Fidget back. We're going to switch him to his light crossbow. I don't know if it'll do any damage to bits of a god. Oh, Claude is way too fucked up. These guys do a lot of fucking damage too. Hope this wand lasts. This is just an intense battle due to the fact that these guys have a massive amount of hit points. I don't know why the third one hasn't entered the fray, but I'm very glad for it. And I hope this wand lasts a little bit longer. Come on, big money. Okay, no more for you. Using the wand of magic missiles against our own party. Ooh, the Wand of Ice Storm, that might actually help. Just not a whole lot. Oops. Luckily, that didn't do shit. You fucking retard. Getting some decent hits on him. This fucking wand is a lifesaver. How the fuck did that fucking fail? Are you kidding me? Damn. That was a rough battle, folks. Should have got a lot more experience than that. You find the gauntlet of Moander and the slimy remains. A priest bursts into the room, looks around in horror, and runs back into the corridors yelling, "They have killed the god!" Elias grumbles, "Oh hell, now the whole place will be after us." She sighs and looks about in disgust. After a moment she brightens and says, "The treasure's supposed to be in the altar." The treasure? You guys don't get to see the treasure to the next video. Thanks for watching.